presentation. Thanks, Natalie. I got the presentation up there.
No, not yet. Just.
Is that right now?
Yes, that's perfect.
Thanks, Natalie. Thanks, everyone, for joining us today. My name is Glenn, and I've been at Cisco for 14 years, and I am Cisco's wireless sales specialist for ANZ, and would like to share with you how wireless is evolving. We will touch on what it is, what the benefits are, and how Cisco is offering solutions to embrace this new technology. So let's get started. When it comes to accessing the network, from the wireless infrastructure to the access switching to the aggregation and the core, the biggest transformation customers are facing is around mobility and IoT. We live in a mobile and IoT world where more users, devices, and things are connecting to the network every day. The pace of adoption is astounding. Mobile devices in a business use will comprise over 12 billion by 2022, growing at 12% compounded annual growth rate. CIOs can expect up to 7 times more traffic, and 80% of IoT projects will be wireless. Mobility and IoT are opening new opportunities and challenges. We continue to push the bounds of mobility and are seeing immersive experience quickly becoming the new normal. Doctors practicing surgeries with VR technology, students using AR to learn history and science, employees collaborating or with HD video streaming, engineers troubleshooting problems remotely from the manufacturing floor. Each of these are game changers where the business outcomes are even better for business, but only if the right application experience is delivered. Otherwise, it would just be yet another failed technology project. IoT is lighting up buildings, lighting, heating, badging, security cameras. We are connecting everything. In hospitals, we are adding life-saving medical equipment. In retail, we have restocking robots. In manufacturing, you have heavy machinery. In the corporation, VIPs can enter a room and have a personalized experience. We are connecting everything. And since these things are enabling the business, they must always be on, because machines are less tolerant of downtime than even humans. And a topic dear to every CIO's heart, security. With all this opportunity comes risk. Mobility and IoT, by definition, expand the attack surface. And we know more of these devices are unmanaged. As attackers innovate, we need to be one step ahead with a smarter, more secure network that has deep visibility into traffic patterns and the latest intelligence to protect and defend the business. Before we jump into the details of the announcement, I'd like to discuss the major transition our customers are facing in wireless with new standards in cellular and Wi-Fi. Today, people spend on average 2.5 hours working on their mobile phones. The workplace is no longer tethered to an office desk. It is wherever you need to go. But wireless is more than Wi-Fi. Cellular is also important and has a big impact on our lives. Wi-Fi, along with cellular, is a huge contributor to some of these eye-opening predictions for the future. Wi-Fi 6 is expected to play a key role in the emergence and adoption of the new cellular wireless technology called 5G. 5G and Wi-Fi 6 will play a complementary role for enterprises, SPs, and consumers, and the interoperability and ease of hopping between wireless technologies will be a focal point of Cisco's wireless vision. The ideal situation is a user will be able to seamlessly jump from different wireless technologies without stopping to onboard. A day in the life would follow a user from home to their car to work using both 5G and Wi-Fi 6. Wireless has changed the way we work. Work is a thing you do, not a place you go. Both 5G and Wi-Fi 6 have to interoperate. Let's take an example. You're thinking about driving into the office this morning. Upon checking Google Maps, you can see the traffic is heavy. So you decide to work from home in the morning using your Wi-Fi at home. Then you drive into the office. You may take a couple of calls along the way. When you get in the office, you find a location to sit down, maybe something depicted in the picture at a cafeteria. Not your traditional office environment. Here, you can check emails and prepare for your meetings later in the day. You decide to leave the office early and grab a coffee just before your scheduled meeting. During this time, you want to sit down, download your latest sales data from the office before you have the meeting. This workflow is becoming more common as the workplace has changed in recent times. We've come a long way in 20 years, but to get us to the next stage, the next few years are going to be to bring even more progress in both Wi-Fi and cellular. So what is Wi-Fi 6? Wi-Fi 6 is the latest wireless standard. It is also known as 802.11ax. So why are there two names? Well, the Wi-Fi Alliance thought it would be easier to name Wi-Fi 6 as we are currently in the 6th generation of wireless, dating back to 802.11b. However, the standards body, the IEEE, it is known as 802.11ax. They are one and the same. What's the big deal? Well, Wi-Fi 6 is a revolution, not an evolution. It can be likened to the transition we went through from hubs to switches back in the 90s. With the past few wireless releases, the main focus was on increasing the speed. There is still a speed increase with Wi-Fi 6. However, if I could summarize in one word, it would be efficiency. Wi-Fi 6 has not only increased the speed, but has also made many improvements in the RF spectrum. For example, fully utilizing the available spectrum by combining user data together and splitting up the spectrum into smaller units. Cisco is making Wi-Fi 6 even better with innovations that go beyond the features in the Wi-Fi 6 standard. With intent-based networks as the foundation, customers will be able to use Cisco DNA Center to automate, set policy, and gain insights through analytics. Cisco is also bringing over 20 years of wireless innovation with features such as flexible radio assignment, clean air, and Apple Fastlane, all used to provide the customer and IT a better wireless experience. Cisco DNA Center is the network management system, foundational controller, and analytics platform at the heart of Cisco's intent-based network. Beyond device management and configuration, Cisco DNA Center is a set of software solutions that provide a management platform for all of your network, an SDN controller for automation of your virtual devices and services, and lastly, an insurance engine to guarantee the best network experience for all your users. Cisco DNA Center software resides on the Cisco DNA Center appliance and controls all of your devices, both in a fabric and non-fabric. To provide the concept of SLA and guaranteeing the intended services, we would like to introduce Assurance. Assurance is a feature solution that is included in Cisco DNA Center. Assurance will allow the rich features from both southbound and northbound, from managing systems to infrastructure, to validate network configs, changes, compliance, and audits, from infrastructure to management systems, to determine the health of network users, devices, and apps to troubleshoot quickly, predict issues, and provide a faster remediation. Assurance provides problem isolation, a very popular IT challenge, finding that needle in the haystack. Over 100 places where things can go wrong, our customers could spend 4 times collecting required data to deduct the hypothesis what went wrong. Before Cisco DNA Assurance, IT takes hours to get to the root cause. Leveraging Assurance, this could be done in a matter of minutes. How is this possible? With breadth of data sources, visibility and relationships, and connected view of all analytics, Cisco DNA Center provides end-to-end assurance of users, clients, applications, and the network. The portfolio offers the broadest view of the network: routing, switching, wireless, security, plus client and app analytics into a single view. Cisco DNA Center is pulling from all sorts of sources. We have over 16 sources today using network telemetry, and that number is going to grow. That means we have a greater breadth and depth to give a clearer picture on the state of the network, clients, and applications. All that data goes into a powerful correlation engine where we can correlate and analyze the data so that we can provide only the information IT needs, the issues insight for the network, application, and clients, as well as meeting compliance. And we baseline this information so we can start seeing trends. In the last few years, video has become ubiquitous, and bandwidth requirements are always in demand. To provide high-quality video streams through the wireless network has been a challenge. Wi-Fi 6 will enable the next generation applications such as VR, AR, and 4 and 8K video, which can't be done on today's wireless networks. Wi-Fi 6 will provide up to 9.6 gigabits per radio and a single antenna speed of 1.2 gigabits. Another highlight of Wi-Fi 6 is it will offer multi-gigabit performance, which will be 3 to 4 times more throughput than compared to 802.11 AC, and will result in increased network capacity. With the increased capacity, more users can be on the wireless network and will have improved application experience. However, Wi-Fi 6 is more than just speeds and feeds. With the increase in channels and ability to do transmit and receive to multiple clients at the same time, IoT can truly be deployed at scale. With Wi-Fi 6, there are significant battery savings to be had in the range of 3x more power efficiency. As a result, Wi-Fi 6 we believe will have significantly faster adoption compared to previous generations of Wi-Fi. Cisco has a rich history of innovation, especially around wireless. We've been delivering many of these features over the years, such as clean air, hyperlocation, flexible radio assignment, intelligent capture, just to name a few. Look at that ecosystem, interoperability. We have been partnered with Apple for the past few years, and more recently with Samsung, and will continue with these partnerships to provide a tight integration between our wireless products, really enhancing the user experience. We are part of an open roaming consortium which will allow users to seamlessly transition from cellular to wireless without needing to authenticate. Imagine walking to a conference and getting onto the wireless automatically. Usually, the experience is something like having to register, finding the credentials, and then having them entered into your device. This authentication onboarding is taken care of behind the scenes. IoT is exploding at the moment. With our new access point, we can talk Zigbee and Thread directly to the IoT device, and even host the gateway on a container on the access point. I know everyone is excited about the 9100 series access points. However, I would like to touch on the rest of the wireless portfolio quickly. Cisco has created a secure, resilient wireless portfolio. We have the 9800 series wireless controllers, which can be either virtual and can live in public or private data centers, physical appliances. Cisco DNA Spaces enables the digitization of people, spaces, and things, which combines our rich history of location analytics platform, CMX, and recently acquired July Systems. Cisco DNA Center is able to deploy and manage the wireless environment and also provide visibility and assurance across the entire network. So here they are, our brand new access points. So we've launched 3 access points, as you can see there, the 9115, 9107, and 9120. If I can draw your attention to the ones on the left, we have 2 access points here, a 4x4 and an 8x8. Both have 3 radios, a 2.45 gigahertz and BLE5, and both come with multi-gigabit interfaces. Now, the access points on the right, these are ones with our custom-developed RF ASIC. This enables such features such clean air, flexible radio assignment, meaning that one radio can be either 2.4 or 5, and the other at 5 gigahertz. This can also talk to IoT devices like Zigbee and Thread, and has the ability to run a containerized application. We have also added a 4th radio dedicated to RF scanning and other functions. We will go into more details about this AP in our next webinar. It may not be possible to deploy Wi-Fi 6 and take advantage of all of the amazing benefits without the appropriate network infrastructure. With the increased capacity of Wi-Fi 6, is your current network infrastructure suitable? Cisco can help you get there. Consider upgrading to PoE Plus or UPoE-based switches. With our 9100 series access points supporting bandwidth beyond 1 gig, uplink bandwidth from access switches may also need to be increased to support the increased throughput. In order to successfully deliver all of the new potential of Wi-Fi 6, you need to have an end-to-end secure and scalable network, which can also deliver visibility, analytics, and assurance. Let's not forget security for wireless. Cisco is very conscious about securing the network. We are creating a secure wireless platform by establishing a trustworthy, secure system throughout the entire network. On the network, nowadays, the majority of the traffic is encrypted. By adding encrypted traffic analytics, or ETA, functionality, we are able to detect malicious traffic in encrypted packets without actually decrypting the packet flow. From the access level, Cisco is enhancing the rogue detection capabilities to prevent unauthorized users from gaining access to the network. There are more security enhancements to 9120, so tune into our next session where we'll cover them off in more detail. To summarize, Wi-Fi 6 is a revolution, not an evolution, and it is here today. Wi-Fi 6 has increased data rates and increased capacity that will help next generation applications like AR, VR, 4 and 8K video, which is not possible on the current wireless networks. To be able to take full advantage of Wi-Fi 6, we need to ensure the infrastructure is suitable. Cisco is making Wi-Fi 6 even better with innovation over the standard with features like clean air, flexible radio assignment, and intelligent capture, and a dedicated radio for RF functions. Cisco can help to make the transition to Wi-Fi 6. Remember to tune on the 12th of June for a deeper dive into Wi-Fi 6, and thank you for listening. That's the end of our presentation. Over to you, Natalie.